Hello and welcome back to my I'm Shelf Unit, sorry, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Shadowrun Returns. If you're still here after last week's episode, thank you very much because, God, it was boring. I believe it's fault of the game rather than myself, as I'm still alive and didn't have to reload. But only being able to jack one player in kind of limits my my ability to fight. Okay, so we're going here. We've gained control of the elevators, and now we are heading back out. Done the correspondence node. Done the comlinks node there. Haven't done this. So we keep on our merry jaunt of that. I'm going to continue to save. We've got 20 karma to spend once we get out of this. Let's see what we can do through here. Ooh, okay. Data store. Local files. Search results for Project Aegis. Title: Security Threat Assessment. Lynn Telestrian. Text excerpt. At this point, we cannot confidently assign a motive to Ms. Telestrian's hiring of Shadowrunners to destroy the company's Columbia River facility, but there are two leading contenders. The most likely is that she is working for a rival megacorp seeking a competitive advantage, but an alternative explanation is that it has something to do with her deep involvement with the Universal Brotherhood. While Telestrian Industries, of course, would never interfere with an employee's religious choices, our 2053 investigation raised concern that Ms. Telestrian's devotion to the cult-like Universal Brotherhood could represent a security risk to the company, and it's possible this has become true. Okay. Time to get out. Big time. Righty-ho. Can I not go all the way around? I cannot. Still, I'll go most of the way around. Okay. Oh, okay. I have to get all the way back there. Fair enough. So, back we go. I'm going to cast a healing spell on you just in case, Albine. I can't. Okay. Fair enough. Let's just get everybody through and in. I do like Overwatch in this game. Let's get you through to here. Dodgery dodge. Oops. I think we should be okay, but never helps to be safe. Okay. Baron Samedi. Your comlink chirps again and the Baron's face appears on the screen. His voice is far less confident than before. This is new. You didn't know about this control panel. Great. Apparently Mr. Silverstar's reputation for paranoia is well founded. The panel is hard-coded door control that cannot be accessed from the Matrix. It was not here yesterday. How did he have it installed so fast? That's just great. A new plan? Real plan? Maybe he gave me more information. We could figure out the next step together. Somebody will think of something. Very well. This will work, but the plan requires you and only you to stay the night. What about my crew? You will find the elevator once again under our control. It goes to an empty parking garage and safety. Your hired help will be able to clear the building with ease. You, however, will be Telestrian's newest employee come sunrise. Now, allow me to tell you where to go. I'm ready. The morning after, you hunker down in the janitor's locker amid the smells of industrial strength cleansers, floor wax and body odour. Sleep is impossible as you must be constantly on your guard for the telltale sounds of security teams or the building maintenance crews. Morning eventually comes and with it another chance at Project Aegis. Oh goody. Fortunately, sounds like it's just me. Baron Samedi. Good morning, mon ami. You look well. Get on with it. Better have a good reason for blocking me in here overnight. Given Mr. Silverstar's paranoia about security, we could not get into his office in a straightforward manner last night. However, thanks to the mayhem created by you and your Shadowrunners, a situation ripe for exploitation now exists. Ripe for exploitation, eh? While you waited here, I continued to probe, looking into some of the less secure, more mundane Telestrian office files. Shipping records indicate that Mr. Silverstar recently took delivery of several paintings he commissioned after being promoted to VP of Telestrian Security. The shipment was called Our Values. On the same day, building maintenance reported installing the artwork in his office at the same time as a piece of equipment purchased from Fuji Corp, although they attempted to obfuscate its use. I believe it is the safe. And the sample is in the safe. You are very bright! Mr. Silverstar is personally conducting the investigation into last night's break-in. He is interviewing personnel who may have pertinent information. You need be the one personnel he interviews in his office. Once you're inside, you will need him to leave so that you can find a way to get to the sample. So tell him I have evidence so I can get inside his office for an interview. Close! You will plant evidence of your own creation. There are 3 Matrix emergency power junctions on this level. If we add some comlink chips to them, it will make last night's run appear to be preparation for a larger run. It will bring the attention of Telestrian security. You're kidding. I can handle it, but I'll need a way to get around the building without attracting attention. There is a janitor's uniform, ID badge and the comlink chips in the locker. They will get you general access and allow you to pass a basic inspection. The rest is up to you. One more thing, Mr. Silverstar is well known for his creative security measures. You would do well to learn as much as you can about this man before meeting him. Now quickly change and I will unlock the door. Great. Nothing else. Okay, I'm going to quickly save here. Then I'm going to see about spending some karma, because I've got a lot of it. Right, okay. I can get Deadeye. Dodge is always helpful. Charisma. I unlock another etiquette. Now we go for charisma. Security, possibly. I've got 12 karma left. I'm going to use 12 to increase my body. And finally my pistol. Because I feel like I need the extra hit points now. And that extra 20% to hit every 3 rounds can come in very handy. And of course I'm going to quickly save it after that. Okay, let's rock and roll. Let's see what I can do around here. This person coming to talk to me? Yes. The supervisor has the look of a stuffer shack manager with delusions that he's on a career track, rather than what he is. Disposable dime a dozen resource. Hey, there you are. I'm Steve Scott. I'll be your direct supervisor. Sorry I missed you when you first came in, but I only found out that you were starting an hour ago, when you suddenly showed up in the system. Weird glitch or something. Normally we'd watch an orientation trid and walk through our mission statement, but it's going to be hard for you on your first day, but you're going to need to clean up some blood. Maybe a lot. Cleaning up other people's messes is what I do. You'll have your hands full. There was some sort of break-in last night. Some people were, just get things cleaned up on this floor. And listen, people are going to be on edge today, so try to stay invisible and don't get into any trouble, otherwise they're going to call me and I'm going to have to reprimand you and put a note in your file. Straighten up this floor, stay out of trouble. Got it. I hope they get whoever did this. Only a fool would attack a Telestrian corporate office and think they can get away with it. Start heading from room to room and clean what needs cleaning. Good luck and welcome to Telestrian. Okay. Let's talk to the guard. What can I do for you? I need to get upstairs. My supervisor said there's more cleaning to do. Top floors may only be accessed by the expressed authorization of Eric Silverstar, our VP of Security. You can head to the lower floors if your supervisor wants. Okay, I'll get back to it. Okay. Let's see what's in here. Let's see what's in here. Anything of interest? I didn't do all this. A filthy guard is looking into an open vent. He's clearly not enjoying the idea of climbing back into the duct. Sorry I tracked that Drek all over the floor. Shakes his head. Man, I can't believe what happened to the night watch. Charisma for me, neither. You think you're done with events for today? They want me to get this room back in order. If anyone asks you, you saw me in there, okay? The two men are staring into the vent and shaking their heads. Look, Raoul, I know you. I know, and you know that there's nothing in that vent. But when I told that to Silverstar, he accused me of not wanting to crawl in there. Said it was letting the company down by not displaying the corporate value of duty. Soups sure love their mission statements and all that, Drek, but today isn't the day for Telestrian Corp's duty above all crap. Several of us did the ultimate duty last night. I guess we should just be happy Mr. Telestrian isn't in today. Just get in there and take another look. I've got to go upstairs and report. Okay. Alright, so that's them two out of the way. I can install one comlink chip in there. The access panel comes off with a quiet pop and you place the chip inside. Okay. Telestrian guard, I have to say this one is not looking good. Telestrian worker, I don't know how it happened. Nevertheless, our records show this terminal was left unsecured in direct contravention of Telestrian corporate policy. You failed in your duty. I know it's duty above all for you security types, but I am the victim here, I swear. Perhaps when Mr. Silverstar gets his next promotion, that'll become a value for you data pushers as well. Right now it seems that your value is to clock out early and ignore my responsibilities. Don't go anywhere. I need to make a report to Eric. The wage slave is on the edge. He's staring vacantly at his terminal with his hands to his face and his fingers twitching nervously. Well, what do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? Looks like you're in some real trouble, chummer. Buzz, unless you can clean up a shattered clear leave me alone. Bugger it. Can I talk to him again? None of this will matter after I'm fired out on the street and eating dog food. Just leave me alone. Okay. Okay, I'm going to save and then I'm just going to try and see if I can just do it. It'll only take a few moments to install the chip. Perhaps not the wisest course of action whilst in your view of a loyal wage slave. Well, I can't really get him out of there. That's the problem. Let's talk to this guy. As the Telestrian tech jockey turns to speak, you notice a panel has been removed from one of the land racks just behind him. Thanks for coming. Can you believe it? Silver Star is calling it an intrusion, but I know the aftermath of a Shadowrun when I see it. Start over in the corner and make sure you don't get any solvents on my service. You could duck out for a smoke or something? Be easier if I didn't have to clean around you. Oh, sorry, yeah, no problem. Just another day in paradise, right? Okay. There's one more out. Take some of the land parts. Remove access panel and place com chip. Now let's see if those land parts can get this guy to move. Possible, but I doubt it. None of this will matter after I'm fired out on the street and eating dog food. Just leave me alone. I know something, just the thing to help you out. He shakes his head. I doubt it. You know the guy who said life isn't fair? He wasn't talking about, he was talking about me. Charisma 4. Security's bullying you, but I can make it look like your terminal was tampered with and no one would be the wiser. You're right. There's no reason I should let security push me around. He steals himself. Just do it quick. Place the cables and data chips around the terminal's casing. Boom. Thanks so much. I won't forget this when your review comes up. Hey, no problem, sir. Just glad I could help. Would you mind clearing out of here for a while? There's a lot to do. You bet. Just remember to keep this just between us. Excellent. Which means I now get to place the third chip. The access panel, place comment. Pop. Okay, now let's go up and get to the office. Quickly gonna save. And chat to the Telestrian guard. What can I do for you? Need to get upstairs. My supervisor said there's more cleaning to do. The top floors may only be accessed with the express authorization of Eric Silverstar, our VP of Security. You can head to the lower floors if your supervisor wants. Hey, I found all these chips on the of the matrix switch boxes. Is that important? The guard thinks for a moment and then activates his comlink. He turns his back on you and has a brief conversation. And then he turns back. Mr. Silverstar wants to see you in his office immediately. Continue. Collecting the sample. The brutish dog-eat-dog existence of a slum dweller is a far cry from the quiet desperation and existential nothingness of a corporate wage slave. Yet after your time at Telestrian Industries, it's unclear which is more bleak. The elevator rises smoothly, its blanderized music assaulting you once again as you ascend to the executive floor, and your goal. Okay. So that's locked. Eric Silverstar. There you are. Seems to some of my best at letting me down. It's good to see that you're displaying one of the most important of my 3 key values. Well, it's duty above all, right? He laughs. Well, yes, that is the first value, and I'm glad more than those outside of security follow it. And from a janitor, no less. No, I'm speaking of my 3rd and final value, vigilance. Which seems to be sorely lacking around here. A couple of spelling mistakes. We prefer building maintenance, sir. Of course you do. Now, please start filling out the report on my datapad. I'm afraid I must ask you not to sit in my chair given your attire. I need to go ahead downstairs and investigate your findings. I'll be right back. Okay. Ooh, good job. I can zoom in and out. Baron Samity, your comp link begins to ring and you pick up. So, these paintings must be what all those expensive deliveries were. We don't have much time. I am tracking Silverstar and he's already stepping off the elevator. I don't think your disguise will hold up much longer. I'll update you on his new movements. Hurry, mon ami. Push the frame. Then clicks into place and the painting slides back into the wall. Well, I was lucky. Victor, there's a clock tower at the train station in Portland downtown on the top plaque reads efficiency. Yet a few guards, a tech worker and a very nervous wage slave gathered in the boardroom and is beginning to question them. Unity. Leave it alone. What's this? There's an open bottle of expensive scotch and a single glass that appears to be half empty and half smoked cigar. Independence. Leave it alone. Vigilance. Push the frame. Walk away. Oh, I got it. That one must have been. These paintings are the 3 key values that he wants so much, and I remember him saying vigilance and independence or something. I don't know. Either way, it's good. There is a safe that has a large DNA scanner on the front, most likely key to Mr. Silverstar. Walk away. Oh, the scotch. Pick up the half-smoked cigar. Yeah. Now I can put that onto his... Come on. There we go. Put the moist end of the cigar on the DNA scanner. With a click and a faint hiss escaping out of the safe opens. Take the sample. Great work, mon ami! The time for stealth has passed. It has set off every alarm in the system, but I have unlocked the executive elevator and your path is clear. Head to the elevator and make your escape. Where is the executive elevator? Restricted area. It is. Let's go. Rock on, baby. Oops. Detective McCluskey stands smirking, surrounded by armed and twitchy Lone Star officers. Good morning, moron. Morning, Detective McCluskey. It's a fine day for police corruption, isn't it? The smoke broadens. That's right, dummy. Keep flapping your jaw. That sort of thing will be perfect for where you're going. Mr. Telestrian wants to meet you in person. He wants to chat about last night's fun and games. You can come along quietly or you can make him in a body bag. Let's get this over with. I have things to do. Damn, I was hoping I'd be able to bring you in feet first. Well, this is a less than perfect way to carry on. The estate. From the floor of the Lone Star Cruiser, you watch the tops of the downtown corridors' office buildings disappear, replaced by the grey overcast over the I-90 bridge. Nylon restraints binding your wrists and ankles, along with McCluskey's whistling to the radio, make for an unpleasant ride. A half hour later, the cruiser hits a whisper-smooth patch of road, and a magnificent mansion fills your view. Its design, a blend of old-world finery and elvish grace. The car pulls to an abrupt halt, and you're dragged onto the driveway, where McCluskey pulls a nasty-looking knife and cuts your bonds. You look up to see you're surrounded by a squad of green-clad ghosts, special forces troops from Tangier. Massaging the feeling back into your numb extremities, you prepare to meet the man himself, James Telestrian III. Could be fun. McCluskey smirks. Want some advice, moron? Of course you don't. You're a Shadowrunner and you live by your own rules, don't you? I suggest you keep your smart ass remarks to yourself this time off. Mr. Telestrian isn't some street meat you can impress or intimidate. He's the brains behind the throne of Tangier, one of the richest men in Seattle. You hold your leash right, McCluskey? You his lapdog? His eyes say, I'd love to kill you now, but his mouth continues its smirk. I've got one of the richest and most powerful men in the Pacific, Northwest, taking care of me, dumbass. What do you got? Honour. You're dumber than I thought. Enjoy your chat. I'll dispose of your body later. Mr. Quoth the Raven. The fussy elf with the air of a Victorian butler studies you from the toes to the tips of your pointed ears before he speaks. Mr. Telestrian is expecting you. You'll find him in his office. This is an extraordinary estate. May I look around before I see him? You may wait here for a few moments to gather yourself before you enter Mr. Telestrian's office. Some people find that they need time to prepare themselves before meeting an elf of his stature. However, the upstairs is off limits to you, and the library is occupied at the moment. Do not tarry there. Mr. Telestrian does not want to be kept waiting long. Algernon. There is a twinkle in Algernon's eye that wasn't there when you spoke at the Seamstress Union. Good to see you again. There is much to do. You're in pretty different circles, don't you, Algernon? I do not run at all, even star. I go where I am needed, and I am needed here. Seek me out after you have spoken to James Telestrian. Perhaps I can be of service again. Doesn't look like there's much around. Let's talk to Mr. Telestrian. As you approach, James Telestrian III looks up from the computer screen built into the surface of his desk and assesses you. Calculating and cold. A practiced smile comes to his face. He vibes the kind of rich you don't get from Trivid. Or Trivid. It's not the clothing or the trappings or the bow before your bed as mentioned. It's something else. You feel you're being categorized as a resource, a liability, or a pawn. I've been reviewing the results of your visit to my Seattle office last night. I admit they are impressive. You have generated a considerable amount of damage to my office complex, killed or wounded many of my security personnel, and cost my Vice President of Security his job. In 24 hours, you have accumulated quite a bill with me, ma'am. How do you intend to settle your debt? Corporate elite etiquette. Once my current assignment is complete, I'll be happy to discuss working off my debt to you, Mr. Telestrian. That discussion may happen one day, assuming the outcome of this conversation does not result in your immediate termination. When one is in my debt, they remain in my debt until such time as I decide that their debt is repaid. There will be no negotiation on that point, however. You have one piece of information which you might use as a bargaining chip in the little time you have left to live. Why you took what you took. I am interested to know why you and your team of criminals fought your way through my security teams up to my private office to access the Matrix and uncover the location of a simple research project. It's a very good question. Truth. Here we go. It goes like this. Your half brother Sam Watch hired me to find his own killer. He had a dead man switch. When I find the killer, I get paid. You impress me, ma'am. My father's bastards are intentionally not well known, even to themselves. Nevertheless, I fail to see the connection between this Sam Watt's death and a raid on one of my office buildings. There is no connection between the research project and the dead man that I am aware of. Sam was killed by your half-sister Jessica. Jessica is protected by giant bugs. Aegis kills giant bugs. Kill the bugs. Kill Jessica. Get paid. I find your bluntness somehow refreshing. He touches a button on his desk. Mr. Quoth, please ask my daughter to join us. The young, pretty elf has dark circle. Ah, it's her, the one who was in the, yeah. She was the prisoner we freed. The young, pretty elf has dark circles under her eyes and a haunted expression on her face. She recognizes you instantly. It's you! You're the woman who helped me escape from the Universal Brotherhood. How did you get here? Telestrian cuts in quickly. Thank you, Mary Louise. You have confirmed the identity of your rescuer and given me reason to forgive her for the trespasses against me. She looks hungry for your help. I'm glad you're here. You did well back there. Without you, we'd all be dead. She closes her eyes. Thank you, but I'm not sure that death wouldn't be better than this. I can't sleep at all. I'm afraid that this is a dream and that I'll wake up and not still be there, with the bugs. You can relax, Mary Louise. You are safe. It is over. No, it won't be over until they're all dead. She shudders. You didn't see them. You don't understand. Those men, you flew in here. All you do is talk. It's just like you'd a former committee father. I knew that someone had to take action. That's why I got Hakim involved. The already cold exterior of James Telestrian III turns to ice. I see. It was you and your crippled little friend who leaked edges to this woman. We'll speak of it later, in private. Now that even so, there are people I wish you to meet. The committee my daughter alluded to. This is a rare opportunity for a woman of the streets such as yourself. I urge you to behave. We will adjourn to the library. I'll be delighted. I don't know if that's sarcasm or not. Just behave. There is a weight in Telestrian's library, a sense of magnitude and purpose. You are no longer in the presence of mere wealth, you are in the presence of history. And it is there that I'm going to save and finish today. Thank you ever so much for watching. We achieved a bit more this time. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. If not, don't worry about it. And I shall see you next time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.